Hey, the sea snakes are here.
I'm a snake.
That should be like you know how they have like a house like emblem or whatever. That should be their house sound.
I'm a snake.
Like you have a little guy that has like a horn, and then instead of blowing, just
I'm a snake.
Somehow don't think that would go over well.
But all right, you ready to talk about some House of Dragons episode 3? I don't remember what the name of it is, but they fucking destroyed Crab Feeder. That kind of surprised me that they just killed him off right away.
Yeah, it definitely surprised me.
I mean, I guess we did jump 2 years, so I guess technically he was around for 2 years, crabbing around and whatnot.
Yeah, it's I definitely didn't expect it, and that was a shitty thing because I didn't watch this last night. I watched it today.
Right, yeah.
And I was like looking around on Twitter this morning, and I saw.
Oh, you got a spoiler?
It was a sports meme.
Oh,
it was a football player. His name was Jameis Winston, and he went to Florida State, and then he played for Tampa Bay Bucks, and now the Saints. Well, in college, he got busted for stealing crab legs at Publix. So, it was like him with some crab legs in his hand, and he was like Damon when he kills Crab Feeder, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what?
That is hilarious.
I was like, what are the odds that I would see that shit? It's a sports meme. I was like, because literally, like,
wasn't the other thing you kind of got spoiled for Game of Thrones? Wasn't that a sports meme too? It was like when the Night King was like throwing that spear or something, and it was like a football player. Didn't you see that before you watched Game of Thrones too?
Yeah.
So maybe that's the only way you get spoiled from Game of Thrones is sports memes.
Because I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, they already killed.
That's really funny. That's so annoying, but it's also really funny.
And then they don't really show him get killed.
I know, that's the one thing I like, because that was a sweet battle. I loved that battle scene. That was really cool.
Was cool.
But I wanted to see fucking Crab Feeder get cut in half, and I wanted to see him be fed to crabs. And we didn't get any of it. And I know they're probably over there.
Want to shut up?
But I want to see some blood.
I mean, and I don't know. Maybe I just completely missed it, or I'm just missing it. But like, it literally took a letter from his brother saying, "Hey, I've sent 10 ships and some men to help you."
Yeah, and then he got the balls to be like, "Oh, fine, fuck you, brother. I'll do it then. I can do this on my own, brother."
He finally got the balls to nut up or shut up and just went in there and fucking killed the guy.
That was cool. Well, it was weird though. So like, but because they used him there, it was their plan that they were all the
I'm a snake.
And they said you got to put him in out there as bait, get him out of there because he's being a little fucking crab in a cave. But it was kind of cool. Like, do you think, like, what do you think he got out of beating Crab Feeder other than I beat Crab Feeder? Because I know that guy needed it because they're ruining his ships and whatnot.
Yeah,
and obviously he's just a bad boy, Crab Feeder. But I don't know what Damon gets out of, like, it felt like he was kind of just being used a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they were pissed. I mean, or at least the one guy was pissed. He said it was Damon's fault that they were in that position. Because he was saying that it's Damon's fault that we're in this position. That I can't remember the wordage he used, but basically just saying that he's a fucking idiot, and he's the reason.
I like that better. He's a fucking idiot.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was Damon and Lord Corliss's idea to do this.
Yeah.
And it ended up taking them almost 3 years. So, which is crazy to think about. That a crab guy could take 3 years.
Well, because like the opening of the show of this episode is him going through on his dragon, and he's blowing up all the people and shit. And then a couple arrows hit his dragon, so they fly away. Couldn't he have like gone away for 5 minutes, kind of take a breather, and come right back with your dragon and just fucking tear apart where they're at? Where their holes are. Just breathe fire through there, shit, or go back and get them still. It seemed weird that they were just like, oh, fuck, I got hit with 3 arrows. I guess this battle's over.
Oh, yeah, I was under the impression that he wasn't able to breathe fire down the holes because they were like too deep.
Maybe.
I mean, because otherwise, shit, the fucking battle wouldn't have lasted 5 minutes.
It's true. I got a question, and you might not have an answer, but I thought of this in the episode. You know how they have to say Dracarys, and then the dragons, do their shit? Do they have to say that every single time the dragons breathe fire, or is it like, I said it one time, now you kind of know the drill and you do your business?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because, you never hear them say it, 1,000,000 times. They usually only say it once, maybe 2-3 times in a battle. But I was wondering that this episode, since we got a bunch of more dragons doing shit, do they have to constantly say, Dracarys, 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 Dracarys? Is it like...
I would guess, yes. I just feel like they don't show it to us because it'd be pretty damn repetitive. Just...
Yeah, they would, well, yeah, but I was just wondering that because I was like, I wonder if that, in the books, is that like I don't know, I have no idea, but maybe someone can comment down below and tell us. But
yeah,
I was wondering that because I was like, I was really interested in that, and then every time someone was riding a dragon doing something, I just imagined them up there being like, Dracarys, 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 Dracarys. Then you had to wait a minute while they're flying around. It just seems so funny to me.
It would be. It is interesting to think, but yeah, I don't know. Obviously, I don't know for certain. I have no clue. Is that what you were going to ask me last night when you texted me?
No, last night what I was going to text you is, did you notice that Damon didn't say a word the entire episode?
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that watching through, and I saw everybody talking about it on Twitter and be like, wow, he gave such a great performance and didn't even say a word this episode, and I was like, oh, holy shit, yeah, he didn't talk the whole episode. So
it looks like we're going to get another time jump.
Yeah, Damon gets a haircut next week.
Yeah. Pretty interesting. I don't know how to feel
about all the time jumps.
Yeah, because I like this cast right now.
I know, me too. Actually, it's gonna be disappointing when we go to the other people and we don't have these young actors right now. It'll maybe we can get flashbacks or something. I don't. What I've seen on IMDb, and I know IMDb can wrong sometimes, is all the young actors are supposedly in every episode. So maybe there's still some shit with them. I don't know. But yeah, I wonder if it'll continue being this in season 2 and 3 and so on, or if this is almost just getting us up to speed to where the actual show is going to be.
Very well could be. I also thought the king was going to die this episode.
Oh, I could see that. He was being very Robert-ish. You know how he was. He's just kind of over things, getting drunk, just kind of.
Well, yeah, and then. Obviously it's set to be that way, but she sees the white heart, so
and then she stops.
She's meant to be the rightful heir, and then she's like, no, don't kill it, and then he kills the poor thing. Abby did not like that scene.
That's hilarious. We had a whole conversation about that at the end of the episode. Nick goes, "Do you think Abby's gonna like that?" And I was like, "Probably not." I was like, "But to be fair, you could really tell it was a CGI animal."
Yeah.
So I was like, "That has to help a little bit." But I was like, "That still probably doesn't like that." Angela was like, "I don't like that. It was sad."
Yeah. Well, it was.
And I was like, "I don't care." It didn't look real to me. So I was like, "Whatever."
And the sounds too.
The sounds part is rough, though. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
also,
she did not like that.
That's funny. I want to say before I forget, when they were naming, when King Viserys' guy came up before Damon beat the shit out of him, and he gave him the letter and all that, and he was naming off, you know how they do it like with Daenerys, they say, Queen of the blah, blah, and at 7, they give her the whole spiel. At the end, did you think, from our old podcast, Big Stick in Atlanta, like we used to say for Daenerys?
Yeah. Well,
as soon as he was done saying it, I said that to Nick, and he was like, I knew you were going to say that.
Well, it's so funny because, I get it. That's the whole, the politics of it.
Yeah.
But, that whole hunting trip and shit, that's just to stroke the king's cock. It's just...
It is weird. And then you're like, oh, we found it. And here you go. Here's your sword. You killed it.
Yeah, and then...
Go ahead.
Yeah, and then they
how is that any fun?
It. Yeah, exactly. And that's...
His,
I think
his daughter had more fun than he did with the fucking boar.
That's the irony of the episode. They're saying, look, she fucking actually killed something, without it being fucking, hog-tied, basically, brought right in front of her.
Yeah.
She was able to do, and she reminds me a lot of Arya.
Oh, I could see that. She's kind of, she's like an Arya with the power of Daenerys.
Yeah.
Arya with a dragon.
Yeah.
That's fun.
I just thought I just thought it was interesting. I'm gonna send you I'm gonna text you a picture. I'm gonna text it to you. So this is it's supposed to show the family, it's Daenerys and King Viserys, like the similarities.
They're like the resemblance between them.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, they're both smiling.
I was like, and I mean, their faces kind of look the same a little bit.
No, I wonder if they cast any of these people to like kind of resemble Daenerys in a way at some point, or like with all these time jumps too. I wonder, do you think eventually we'll see a young Daenerys?
We might,
because that could be pretty sweet, which would also mean we have to see the Mad King. So that would also be interesting.
Yeah. See, I was thinking about that, and I was gonna look it up and do the research, and then I just got busy and forgot about it. Burn them all! So then we're not that far off then.
Well, we're not that far off because remember the show started 200 years before, and now we're like 20 years ahead.
He was the older brother of Viserys and Daenerys, and the husband of Elia Martell, with whom he had 2 children, Rhaenys and Aegon. So yeah, so there's a bunch of Aegons.
Yeah, because even Jon Snow's an Aegon. So that's what gets confusing is they all reuse the names. So all I know is we're before the Mad King because the Mad King is Daenerys' dad. So once we start getting really close to Game of Thrones, then he'll be around.
But yeah, I guess it'll be interesting to see how they. It'll be interesting to see how they do that.
Yeah. It'll also be interesting how quick. Like, I have to imagine they want this stuff to be, like, 3-4 seasons at least, probably before that, you would think, to kind of get you some stuff, but it'll be interesting when they get close.
I know you've talked to me about it before. I don't know. I think we talked about it last episode. But I saw something about they were talking about Jon Snow's spinoff or whatever.
Oh, mm-hmm.
I don't know how fast they're going to want to pump all this stuff out. Well, because
also,
you know what I mean?
With Jon Snow's, do you think his will just be him, like, beyond the wall? Or the wall, whatever. I don't even think it's constructed still. But,
yeah.
Or if they redid it, whatever. But him, like, whatever, out there? Or, like, because, like, wouldn't you think Bran would have to show up? Arya might have to show up at some point? Sansa? Like, some of them might pop around, you'd think, like, he's just he lived his entire life knowing everybody from Game of Thrones, and then in his new show he's just gonna have a whole new group of pals he hangs out with. It'll be interesting, like, who's there. Like, is Sam gonna show up?
Prequel, then?
No, it's a sequel. This is set after Game of Thrones. Yeah, okay. His is after, because if it was a prequel it'd probably need to be a new actor, and it's still Kit Harington.
Because I mean, like, they didn't really give you what he went to do after the show.
He just wandered off with the. I forget I think there was just the people on the wall. I can't remember who it was with.
It'll be interesting. I just hope they do it the right way. I mean, these 3 episodes have been really good so far. I've really enjoyed it a lot. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, same.
Like, I look forward to Sundays.
I'm so in. It's almost annoying that you have to wait a week for another episode, which is a good sign.
I know. Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Like, I can't remember the last time I was like, the last time I watched a show live was probably Game of Thrones.
Well, we watched Westworld.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, I was not
being
excited.
Being into it, I could see that. Yeah. I
mean, not that I wasn't, like, excited at all, but I mean,
mm-hmm.
Like,
well, we all saw we know well where it went.
but yeah, but I mean, like I was like, because I knew we had shit to do last night, so I was like, fuck. I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to watch the fucking episode. I'm like, damn. I'm like, that sucks. I'm like, I have to wait until Monday to watch it.
Yeah, so, that's a bummer.
Yeah. So, and then I was like, well, then I have to worry about spoilers, and I was like, I'm not.
You're like, I gotta watch out for all these sports memes. Come on.
I'm like, bro, are you kidding me?
That's funny.
I can't believe it. I think I liked it because I was gonna send it to you and Nick and be like, this shit spoiled it for me.
That reminds me, while you're on Twitter, did you see the post I sent you right before we started of King Viserys' hand in this episode? Everybody noticed he had this green screen glove still on his fingers for most of the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little awkward that they missed that. It reminded me of the thing you sent me of the guy being like the showrunner being like, oh, we intentionally left coffee cups there.
Yeah, we
I feel
left
like you say
Starbucks
you
cups.
say some shit like that just to cover your ass, just in case you get some fingers in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had a hard on this morning.
Hold on, let's see. James. Oh, I spelled that way wrong.
Well, if you
I'll
can't,
find it some other time.
you can just send it to me and then I'll throw it in there when we talked about it anyways.
Yeah, because it was just funny because I was like, bro, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Because the only reason I stopped to read it was because it was.
Oh, because it was about that guy.
It was a football player. He was in a fucking football outfit and he had crab legs in his hand, and I'm like, what is that? I'm like, that's the only reason I stopped to read it. Otherwise, I would just fucking. This is dumb. Like, what is this? Like,
that's so funny.
I was like, wow. I'm like, of course.
But
shit.
What did you think about Rhaenyra and Viserys? Them kind of arguing. She's pissed off still that he married and has kids with her best friend / maybe secret lover, her wannabe lover.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that's the case. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe
I've seen the actresses said it was intentional that they played it like there might be some relationship there.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't get that. I just thought she was pissed that basically her dad basically married her friend.
See, I thought it was a bit of both. I think she's like, I like this girl, and my best friend was stolen from me. So then it's like my dad took, like, now I have nothing at all. I don't have a friend. I don't have maybe a little. Yeah,
but I mean, for fuck's sake. I mean, I get it, but she's also the princess. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fucking grow up. You could be in a little shit. Could be in a little shit bag, you know. Like, for fuck's sake.
I don't know. I mean, she has some points. She's not allowed to do a lot of shit.
Yeah,
I mean, imagine at 14 years old, your dad's like, "All right, little Joshua, you gotta go get married and get butt fucked by this guy." Okay, that's what you gotta do right now. You'd be a little
listen
about the situation as well.
It would suck, but those were the times, okay? And she's older than 14 now.
Yeah, so this is 2 years. So she's 17 this episode, and her dad's like, "Come on, bitch, you gotta get married."
Well,
get out of here.
I mean, they were allowed to wed at 14, so she's already been. She doesn't need 3 years.
If they're royalty, why don't they make the rules, huh?
And I thought it was interesting that they introduced the Lannisters.
Yeah, we got Jason Lannister, and I don't remember the
generic fucking
I know. It's like, here is Tyrion Lannister, and here's Bob Lannister just hanging out.
Yeah, I'm like, Jason is the best they could do. I was like, Jason?
It was really weird, but they were twins. I was surprised by that.
Yeah, it was weird.
For a second, when they said the name of the other guy, I thought it was Tywin. I thought they said that, and I was like,
yeah.
How fucking old is Tywin? And then I realized it was somebody else. I was like, Jesus Christ, he was around back then, but I was wrong.
I just thought it was interesting because I'm going, oh shit, I'm like, here come the Lannisters.
Yeah, it'll be interesting what other families pop up, and like it'll be really odd when it'll be like I wonder when they have all their shows that are coming out. They have, I think it's like 6 spinoffs or something. Like, are they gonna? I wonder.
It's like overwhelming to think about.
See, but I wonder how they're gonna do it. Is it'll be like this summer or whatever, now we're watching House of the Dragon. Next time it'll be Jon Snow. The next time it'll be the Sea Snakes.
But when do you think the next time will be?
I think next year we'll probably have our next show. Either that, I think next year it'll be season 2 of this or the next show. And I think maybe we'll swap between. But for some of them. Like, I bet their animated ones will either go the same time or, like, and the off-season or whatever. But there's so many, I wonder when they're going to, like, how they're going to put them out.
I hope the anime ones are optional to watch, because I really
Oh, they 100% will be. I don't think any of these shows will require you to watch all of them. Even though it seems like they're trying to make this, like, a Marvel or Star Wars thing now.
Yeah.
I feel like they can't go that far.
I would hope not. Like, you have to watch these cartoons.
Yeah. What if like it was literally just like Snoopy and shit? Like it was just like so childish and dumb. But they're like, no, you have to watch this because this makes sense for the Game of Thrones universe. You will not understand the next show.
Like, well, I guess I won't understand it.
See, the thing is, I think it will be interesting depending on like the style and stuff like that, because like it's obviously not going to be put towards kids because they don't want kids watching that probably and then being like, well, let's check out Game of Thrones and seeing brothers and sisters butt fucking and killing each other. So I feel like the cartoon will be maybe neat, but I still don't know. It'll be interesting when that comes out.
Yeah. I mean, it very well could be great. I don't have high hopes. I don't plan on watching it. So just putting that out there. I feel like I've touched on it every week so far.
You're like, honestly, I think that'll destroy HBO Max even more.
Yeah. I mean, hey, what are you gonna do?
But do you have any last thoughts on Game of Thrones or Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon that you want to discuss?
No, not really.
Other than the battles, not much happened with other than chit chatting and she finding the white boar and whatnot.
Do we know who she gets with? I mean,
we mentioned. It was funny as you said you would forget it. We mentioned it last week that she will marry her uncle Damon. I don't know when that'll be.
Oh, okay,
I'm assuming
that's right.
I know it's when the adult actors are in. She's married him as an adult. So,
okay.
And I don't know. She has kids too in the future. I don't know if it's with him or not. So I don't know how long they stick together. So that'll be interesting as well.
Maybe that's why he's a mad king.
Because he's an incest baby.
He's a little incestual.
Well, so right now, say if these Targaryens are...
Well, they were talking about it.
No, but
one dude mentioned the Hand of the King said to marry her 2-year-old little brother.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Come on.
What?
Get out of here.
Want to shut up?
Gross. But,
I was like,
but if Damon and Rhaenyra have babies, doesn't that somehow down the line make Daenerys kind of an incest baby?
Sure. I mean,
something to think about,
Yeah,
like maybe that might explain a few things that happened in Game of Thrones with her and some random switches to being angry and blowing up cities.
Well, but I mean, I think it was more. I don't know if widespread is the right word. But,
widespread.
I had a hard on this morning.
But I mean, I think it was more acceptable back then. Like, I don't think it was
100%.
frowned upon.
It's like,
you
blew your brother? Come on, was it Tuesday?
Yeah. Because, I mean, with, like, Cersei and Jaime.
Although with them, it was more they were embarrassed, at least. Like, they didn't want people to... I mean, they were embarrassed. They did it in some places to get caught plenty of times, almost. But,
yeah.
I feel like the more back you get, the more it's like, whatever. You could touch your brother's wiener. It's no big deal.
Yeah, not a big deal.
But not nowadays. You can't touch your brother's wiener. Oh, everybody yells at you. Think you're all weird.
Yeah, that is frowned upon in today's culture. Yeah.
You put your ball sack into my mouth.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But yeah, I was like, wow. I'm like, what an idea, huh? Marry her 2-year-old brother.
Yeah, I know that was so just gross and weird. I didn't like that. But yeah, you ready to wrap up this bachelor party, or is there anything you're looking forward to next week from the next on? You excited for another time jump, more Damon with his brother and whatnot, not off on his little island?
At this point, I'm just ready for the next episodes to come and be here and watch them. I mean, I am. I'm just excited. I mean, I'm really enjoying how the show's gone so far.
No, yeah, same. What scares me, you
waiting to see where they go.
You reminded me with that. I'm really liking the show. We both are. Did you see that? Because it was a pair. One of the showrunners is leaving, so he won't be around for next season.
Did not see that.
And it seems to be other than it's majority same directors and whatnot from Game of Thrones. Some different ones here and there, obviously. So I don't know if it's too I don't know what ideas this guy has had. If he's that important to House of the Dragon. But one of the showrunners is leaving. I think for personal reasons. I don't think for anything to do with the show or whatnot.
Personal reasons.
And according to him, it's in good hands with his partner. So we'll see if season 2 is different. But it is a little alarming that this is being it's doing really well, but one of them is leaving.
Yeah, it's always interesting when something like that happens. It's for personal reasons. I have enough money where I don't need to have a job that I can just leave this job.
It is a little bit, yeah. It is personal reasons is a luxury. Yeah, you're right. I haven't thought about it that way, but you are right. It is because it's like most people going through problems. It's like, oh, this is rough. I got to deal with this and go to my job.
Right. Well, that's what I mean.
But
it's
yeah.
Like, oh, I got some shit I got to deal with. I think I'm just gonna leave this job of mine.
No, yeah, it really is a luxury. That's funny though. Never thought about it that way. Yeah. But yeah, we'll have to see if that changes anything or whatnot.
I hope not.
Yeah, same. It isn't.
But,
I've seen
it
two. I don't.
Be surprising if they have like 5 seasons of this and 4 of it's amazing and the 5th sucks balls.
Oh, come on! Don't put that out there.
I'm just saying. It's gonna be in the back of our minds. It's already in the back of our minds.
I know. No, every season of this, we're gonna be like, come on, just be good, Here
please. We go. Mm-hmm. Here we go.
Every first episode will be important, but I think they know that. I think every first and last episode or around that will be a bunch of boobies and wieners and fights and dragons. I think so. I think that's how they keep people around is boobies, wieners, and dragons.
Boobies, wieners, and dragons.
Yeah, that's.
I feel like
actually, they should give me and you an after show for Game of Thrones, and we just call it Boobies, Wieners, and Dragons. I think that'd be a fucking hit. Come on, hit us up, HBO Max.
Yeah, Boobies, Wieners, and Dragons.
Who wouldn't watch an HBO Max podcast about Game of Thrones called Boobies, Wieners, and Dragons?
You could be Jerome Quirian.
Okay, Jerome Quirian, and you're.
Yeah, and I'll be like. King Josh the 8th.
Wait, why am I Jerome Quirian and you're King Josh the 8th? That doesn't seem fair.
I don't know, just being.
You think I'm a
All right, well, thanks for watching, everybody. Please like, subscribe. We'll see you guys next week for episode 4, potentially the last one with our young Rhaenyra, and I forget who else is changing, but it'll be really interesting after that.
It's bothering me about the fucking show name, episode name. It says there's 11 episodes. I don't know what that's about.
Oh.
Second of his name.
The second of his. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the next episode is called King of the Narrow Sea.
Okay.
And it had a 9.1 on IMDb.
Oh yeah, I did see, at least of watching it, it was like ranked as high as Battle of the Bastards, I believe.
Episode 1, the Heirs of the Dragon, 8.8. Episode 2, 8.5.
Oh, so it's the highest. Nice.
So, but I think they're coming down as the weeks go.
Oh, I could see that.
Like as the week goes on, but
we should try to remember at the last episode to come back and like look at all the ranks of all the episodes and see how they've changed.
It would be interesting.
Yeah, that'll be kind of fun to do.
It would be. You might have to dive into that.
Yeah, I'll have to do a little reminder because I know we'll forget. That'll very easily slip our minds. But all right, thanks for watching.
Very easily.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Catch you guys next week. Make sure to check out our TikTok, Instagram, other YouTube channel for clips and whatnot. See you guys next week.
We'll see you. Everybody be good.